at the top, or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose, make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Oilers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. Play action, now it's Brady. And going deep for Hill. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40. 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Now Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. Throw downfield going to be taken in by Jackson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On play action, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Mostert diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They begin with a run by Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a play fake. Brady. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Tanner Muse. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Brady. Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Flush to his right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll go for it. It's Brady. That's into a crowd and intercepted. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Oilers have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On play action, it's Brady. Flushed out right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing is Brady on third down. And complete right side to Cook. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Brady going to go on fourth down. Buying time to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. On the move to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Escaping the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal? In case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now Brady. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. A run with Mostert up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On play action, Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Diggs in motion left. Allen from the gun on third down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On second down, here's Allen. Steps away to his left. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Brady. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
J.C. Horn up to make the tackle.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. To the air, Allen.
Swings this out here for Cohen.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Rolling to his left. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
On play action, now Brady. Flush to his right. Throw left side, complete. That's Graham.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jackson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Raheem Mostert, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Oilers are on their way to a 2-0 start. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Brady. Dancing to his left. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Shotgun now for Brady. Forced out to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Brady now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
So after the INT, it's Allen. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And Brady able to get down as he picks up a 1st. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From the 6.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play in the end.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself.